guys, there's tuna busting. Look right in front of me. Right by the rocks here. 50 yards off, big bluefin tuna. Look at this tuna, right by the cliff. Well, I've seen some splashing, guys, and I thought I saw the tail go through the water of a thresher shark. I'm not sure it's birds or not, but I got my 50 wide. So I've got a shark trace out there, and just let it hang down here. I don't think there's going to be a lot of tide. I haven't seen any more surface activity, but I will put that out with the balloon, and we'll get some bottom baits down there as well. Who knows what's out there. All looks pretty clear. So no chum, no ground bait, no nothing. The anchor's going to go over. I'm just going to see where it settles and see what happens. I'm assuming it's going to go this way with the flood. That's what I'm assuming. Thing is, never assume anything in fishing. Actually, I'm looking at the drift. I've got the two headlands like this, and one is actually closing the other one down a bit. So I'm figuring I'm still going west. Maybe I'll bring the shark line in. I'll go up a little bit further before I drop this. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Just check the old bilge, see what's in here. Just nice to get out on a boat again. Nothing in there, look. These old boats, was it 60 years old, this one? A little bit of water in the bilge, whatever. Yeah, that headland's closing down. I feel there's a little bit of tide. I wouldn't mind an ebb tide. I'm going to say, in fact, I like it if I had a choice. It's just pretty. I've just left this hanging over the side. You never know with fishing. Steel trace, split tail mackerel, and I'll put a float on that when I move. That headland's gone now. Now it's coming, you can just see it coming clear. If I head up east, I'm hoping the lines will come this way. I think I'm the only boat out today. Beautiful, beautiful. And I don't really want it burning off. I'd like to see it a little bit cloudy like this. I would normally go further out, but I'm figuring with small tides there'll be more current off the end of this headland. Over the side we go. That's down. Bit of slack off. What a setting, what a setting. It's enough to make you want to put a shark balloon out. If I've got one. Once you've got the bug, you've got the bug. I think I'm due a shark. Nice thresher. Seems like the ebb tide's going that way, which is totally the reverse of what I've worked out, but hey ho, it is what it is. I wanted a rubber band really for tying this, so I'm just using a bit of bait thread. Yeah, I saw a splash, and whether it's birds like cormorants in amongst the splash, I don't know, but I had it down as a thresher tail. Thresher shark, you can't really mistake a thresher shark for anything else other than, yes, a thresher shark. Away we go. The balloon is very, very blown up, which I don't normally do because I'm fishing on my own and you don't want to deep hook anything. And that way, if they grab the balloon, as soon as they go down with it, that's holding the hook in place, probably nearer their jaw. And it's in memory of High Sea Drifter. It's a yellow balloon. And that was a ball, that's the last yellow balloon from High Sea Drifter fame. I've got the old 50 wide. Many a marlin and shark on this thing. My God alive, I've had some fish on this. So I'm just going to stick this out and forget it. Check strike drag. Yes, that's okay. Come back. That's the only holder there is. Okay, right, let's get rigged up and I'll get back to you guys when I've got some baits ready. Gonna put some small hooks down and for bream, mackerel, gurnard, and a couple of bigger ones for whatever, bull husk, conger, that type of thing. Now, because I don't do as much sea fishing as I used to now, not having a boat to go out in, hence the fact I'm in this one, I make less rigs up, and the rigs I might have will manky, rusty, whatever. Still use them though, especially wrecking. So I've made these up, look. It's just a piece of cardboard and you put a split in the top, okay? Split, split, same at the bottom, and you can wind your leaders around there. Start with a swivel first at the bottom, wind it around, you just dig the hook into the point of the cardboard. Then when I want to trace, I just undo the hook, unwind it from here. My God, I'm even using new leader, and it just pops straight out, look, like this, nice and straight. You can just give it one stretch like this, pulling it apart, hold it for about 10 seconds. That's going to burn off today. I liked it when it was a little bit of cloud around it. Maybe that's why I saw those fish on the top. Always wet your knots, pull them down. I've no idea on weight. I'm using expendable copper tube filled with lead and a piece of coat hanger wire. So I really don't want to be losing gear. Expensive stuff. I'm amazed I'm actually using a decent boom like that, but somebody did give it to me. So let's see what we got. Plenty of mackerel. That stuff looks like it could be chum. I'm having a look at it. Bit of a mishmash. That's definitely chum, that's an old one. Yeah, it's herrings there, that's interesting. Again, I'm not getting through the bait I used to get through. Still got ice in them. That herring might actually not be a bad thing to put on that shark line. Look, dead easy, bosh through the middle of the back. I wouldn't do this if it was a big tide. I'd put it just from the nose, but for here, there's a commercial boat up there coming in. I'm hoping I'm okay for lead, weight. I will get to the bottom, obviously. That's going to burn right off. Look at the blue sky. When I first came out, there was a lot of fish activity on the surface, but that's because it's hazed over. I was almost, not foggy, but low light level. I had this down as flooding all day long, and it looks like it's ebbing. But it is what it is. I'm on the bottom. I've got my seek and destroy reel there. Oh, it's another rod holder. Haven't noticed that one. So equally for the light rods, I've done the same thing, splits. So I've got my small hooks down there already rigged up, and I should be able to find the sort of last hook, or what I think is the last hook, and just unwind it all. I've never done a lot of good on these squids. They're eating squid. Well, I've never done much good on them, but we'll find out if the alleged black bream down there just throw in the ice. See how they're individually sort of blast frozen, but I've got some fresh squid there, but I thought I'd try this stuff first. I can always use it as chum, can't I, if I want to. So this one's just a paternoster, lead at the bottom. It's only £12 line because I'm only going for small fish. Wouldn't mind taking one or two if I do get them big enough for cooking. Maybe do a cook up. And it's about a size 4 freshwater hook. Don't want anything too big, you know, they're not a big species, are they? So they're going to have smaller mouths. Just get it round the bend 2 or 3 times. I find if you're beginners, just a straight paternoster with a lead at the bottom minimises tangles. It does actually, you know, get your bites, just get your fish. If you just want to catch anything. Cheap old junk rod, bit of seaweed on it from 10 years ago on the line. Just going to drop that over the side. Oh, there's that weed. A breeze coming up now. Don't think there's anything bad in it today. If I don't get bites here, I'll just keep moving around. That's down. Another sort of expendable weight is this. Look, it's a stone. I think they're called stones weights. That's interesting. Yeah, so it's expendable, but it is a stone and it's like drilled, and I suppose somebody's glued a swivel in there. I think they use it for carp fishing. I'm using it for this type of fishing because I figure it's expendable, and being over sort of rough ground, it's not as dense as lead, so it's going to sink and just rest on the bottom, and hopefully I get it back and don't lose all my rig. Having said that, I've also got 3 hooks on there to snag up, so probably won't make much difference. There was definitely a bite on that one. Got 3 slivers of the herring there, and it's very soft bait herring, but it is oily. There might be an inquiry there. And if you cut slivers like this, it sort of looks like a sandal or bait fish, and I find sometimes you pick up mackerel with slivers of squid or herring or mackerel, whatever, you know, just a long narrow strip. But if you get bites chewing it, herring is soft, it will be gone. Okay, let's drop this one down. I seem to be missing about 14 rods today. I don't know quite what's going on. Let's throw this down the back there. Could be dogfish. If I get dogfish, it means I'm probably not on the reef. I've come down this far, way too far. Give it a while, see what happens. I'm not one to move a lot generally. I generally just set up and that's me for the day. Might move once. I'm not one to think the grass is always greener. Okay. I thought I saw a little tap on that one. Yeah, he's on the bottom. These are such old boats, it's unbelievable. They're still going because they're maintained well, and that's what really it's about. I'm not sure this is a fish or not. It was definitely a bite. Feels very like a crab to me. On my shark line. Doesn't feel fishy. Definitely been mullered. Not quite sure what would have done that. A ray, I would have thought. I don't like to drop it down too fast. That way it doesn't spin up around the main line. Well, the thing is, people, you generally know within about 15 minutes, sometimes sooner, where you're going to get small bites. I've had that one bite on that big bait, but I got a feeling the way it was crushed, it might just be dogfish chewing at it. That probably means I'm off the reef. But the commercial boat there came up here, and I can see his pops. He's a little bit further south and east than I am. And generally I do go a little bit farther out than this, so I don't know. I think I'm going to give it a 5-minute warning, strange as it may seem, and I think I'm going to move, which normally goes against the grain of what I normally do, but I just have that feeling. I've not heard any raving reports about the fishing the whole of this year, but it would be nice to catch something. It is a long drive. Mind you, listen, you can't fault the weather. A little bit of breeze, it wasn't like it was this morning, it was a mill pond. But I think I'm going to move, I think I will. My tackle shop at the back is stationary, and I like to see a few rod rattles there. So I figure if you get the small bites rattling away, then the bigger fish will not be far away. They'll be feeding on the smaller fish, all go together. So I just got a feeling I might be over the back end of the reef on the sands. Here's no echo sounders or anything with this. Having said that, it was a nibble. You've got to wait sometimes for the smell to be on the seabed and then percolate away down and draw fish up. And so I thought 5 minutes, but even so, it's these guys, these small rods, that would tell me there's more action. There is something there. It's got that sort of dogfish nod to it. And those little bits of squid aren't even touched. I'm going to whiz it one cast way down, just to see. Very often you can pick fish up. The smell will come off of these conger baits, go back that way, and the small fish will lay back off that. This is the old skip rod I picked up in Ireland. Thrown in a skip about 15-20 years ago. See, that's really not, it's just tugging like a dogfish to me. Still there, look. No, I don't feel anything. I think that's dogfish. I'll just give him a second longer. Well, not a second, it's a minute, you know, just in case he comes back. Oh, same tugging on that, look, see? Maybe I should wait. Maybe I should wait. The thing is, with dogfish, you just get tug. I moved it again. Generally you would move it and you tighten up on the fish. Oh, hang on, I did feel something there. That might be smaller fish rattling away at it. No. Small. I think I've missed a fish, have I? No, I've got a fish on. Don't think it's a dogfish. Yeah, it might be. Dogfish or a small strap eel. Oh, there's a little rod kicking off. Maybe I'm being too hasty moving, people. That is a doggy, that's what I thought they were. Big old dogfish, I have to say. Look at the size of that one. That is exactamundo. So I called that one right, which is sort of unfortunate. It's a fish. But wait a little bit longer. Slick back there, and it's not. I haven't even got anything in the water. No rubby dubby, no chum, nothing. That looks like another one of the small boats out there, probably trolling or drifting for mackerel or bass. Most people tend to go for the mackerel here. Just had another bite on the very same rod with that squid, so maybe squid's going to be the bait. That's a bite, that one. Right, I've moved up, I don't know, 300-400 yards. I'm up from where that guy put his pots down, and he always puts lobster pots down where it's rough ground, and I'm getting no bites. I'm in line with the headland now, so I'm pretty well where I used to be. I could go further out, but it just seems dire. I don't know whether to go out or in. There's plenty of tide here. I don't know what understand it was. I'm not getting. Oh, there's a little bite there. See it? Now that's bream. I think that's bream on the squid. It's a big bait, so they're not going to take it. But that type of bite is a bream bite. See it? Very sharp. So why am I not getting them on the small hooks here? It could be that white squid, which I did say I didn't fancy it too much. But then again, I've got a piece of herring on there. So hey ho, it's horses for courses. I've put my shark line down deep now, because up here you can see the sun starting to break through a little bit and ripples, and I figure it might just push the fish down deeper. So if the bait fish go deeper, you know, mackerel and garfish and stuff, if there's a thresher shark, he might go deeper as well. That's my theory. Yeah, look, that's not a big fish, that's a small fish pecking at it. I think I must have put that older squid on here and just bin that white stuff. It seems pretty useless. The other thing is, those hooks I'm using, those freshwater B983 or whatever they are, the points on those, straight out the packet, they're like hypodermic, so anything nibbles at it, if he's got the hook in the mouth, he's just gonna get hooked. So I'm just not getting the bites on the small hooks. I figure, look, you can see there's the white squid, all the wash for human consumption, and there's the old manky squid, which might just have a bit more juice in it. So I figured I'd change these small hooks over to that. But I can't go on. I've had this bait for a while, and down in here there was some mackerel, jumbo giant mackerel there and here. There, it's got it on it. It's wrapped up. Beer. What's that? 9th September 2022. Oh. It's ominously doggy, but it was a nibble. So you can see what I've got here. I'm a month later, but it should almost, if anything, be better. The water's still warm. I can let the ice come out of these eating squid. I've cut up the little strips there, you can see, to go on the small hooks. I've got herring there, and I might even start chumming some over the side. I won't chum these yet because they got, look, you see they got ice in them, so they float, and that means it's seagull sandwich. So I'll let them thaw out first. I think they're sort of blast frozen individually, so they don't stick to each other. Alright, let's change these small hooks over, people. Instant small strips of that older squid. I've got rid of all the white stuff. I've got a fish on here. I'm guessing it's a bream. It feels a decent size. My goodness me, that was some time coming. Not that I've got it yet. Yeah, that'd be a bream, I'd say. I figure the bites on that sort of blue rod there that were tappy, they'd probably strip the squid off. Isn't it weird how you think they'd like that big bits of white squid? No, they want the manky old stuff that's got more smell or taste to it. I suppose to them it must be like having dry cornflakes or cornflakes with milk and sugar. There's a difference. What is that? That's a nice bream. Oh my, I think it's a bream. Oh, good fish, people. We'll take that as a sizable fish. That is a sizable fish. Don't fall off. I've got a frying pan that wants to meet you. No, 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 I'm on your light line. There he is, peeps. Oh, that is a, oh my God. There's one on here. Look at the size of that bream. That is a beauty. And there's one on the other one. Hang on 1 second. Grab this rod. Yeah, here we go. I cannot believe that was that bait change. I can see the move. I can see the moving. And that's those taps there. They're big bream. Well, I wonder if I could get a couple of three. Mike might like one for his bushcraft camp cook-up. Trouble is I haven't got much of that mackerel. I've got enough for small hooks, but I don't want to waste it for baits like bull ass and conger, if that's what they want. Got to be another bream. Oh, lovely fish, lovely fish. That's the phone which I'm not answering. Sorry, whoever it is. Not today. I'm switching off in a minute. Beauty. I'm going to put that one back. If they're going to find me like this, there will be more than one down there, and I can go for that larger size. Just keep the odd large. Another boat coming out for a few hours. Hopefully they go past and don't go across my shark line. Well, there's quite a few boats come out now. Some private ones, I'm going to call them. 1, 2 out there, sort of. Do they call them Okato? Do they call them? With the big cabin, you know, hide away from the bad weather type of cabin. 20 footers, I suppose. They've probably come out of the harbour up there. As the tide's filled, they've been able to come out. A couple of other rental boats out here. I've had those 2 bream, nothing. Fresh bait's gone out, nothing. So it's a right peculiar day. I don't know whether to move again. I don't know whether to change tactics totally and go inside. Oh, having said that, there we go. There we go. Now he's got to be on because those hooks are like pins. And there we are. Got me another bream. Usually trying to keep the camera in my mouth. I don't think they're wrapped, I hope not. That's not a fish. Double. Wow, this one's going well, I have to say. This one feels very much like a frying pan size. Could be a double. Look at those bream. There's a couple of real nice bream. These are, that front one's as big as I've ever caught down here, to be honest. Oh, oh, I love it when a plan comes together. Just, I'm going to keep that bigger one. He doesn't spike me. It's about to come off. That is a nice bream. Wowee. Look at the size of that kitty. And this is easily a keeper. Easily, that one. I'm going to let him go. It's good luck. It's that squid, you see. Just that change. I've got a fish on this one, people. I don't know what it is. It's on the bigger bait, but I think it's more than likely going to be a conger or a ray. cannot be a bream on this rod. This is a yellowfin tuna popping rod, so it's pretty powerful. I don't know what this is, peeps. I really don't. I think it's a conger. Pretty sure it's a conger eel. Spinning. Here it comes. Conger. Well, well. Come on, into Uncle Graeme. Trying to see what bait that was on. That was on, it's flicked it off now, half a herring. There we go. Strap conger. At least it shows there's other species about now. It's got lovely blue down the side of its fins there. I think we're on here as well, guys. Be another bream. I think it's a single, don't think it's a double this time. So the average size seems really good at the moment. He's come off, I think. Yeah, he's come off that one. That was a decent bream. Let's whiz him out there again. Well, I'm getting bites now, people. Look, one after the other. Horses are getting a bit of a boat fest. They see a rod bent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think they think I'm catching mackerel, probably. Not even touched a mackerel. The wind's gone away. Still right off. I'm looking for my thresher shark tail, but that might have gone. Bites on this one. I'll show you in a minute. There's a rig I used to use called a stinger rig. When you get a lot of little fish nibbling away at a big bait and he's just going to lose baits, you can put a small hook on a stinger at the back of it, or even above it. Look at this bream. Just hanging there. That's why I say those hooks are so sharp. Fortune favours the brave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's jumper off time, people. And I'm going to put, I found a bit of mackerel here. I'm going to try it. I fillet off it. It's last year's mackerel. But if you look on the end of it, it's a bit more blood in it. I'll just split that open. The meat seems a bit better. As this one's very grey. I wouldn't want to be eating that one. This, unfortunately, is what we call dogfish size. Don't forget, put that little nick in the back of the bend of the hook so it doesn't turn over. These things are a waste of time. Don't even think the seagulls are taking those. It's a good bit of current. So listen, that tells you I'm getting stripped. That was that whole mackerel fillet, or half the mackerel fillet's been out in minutes. So it's the bream has stripped it off. So a stinger hook, in my style, it's going to be a fish takeoff in a minute. is small size 4 freshwater hook, B95 whatever. A bit of light line, probably 12-15 pounds, and a snap swivel sort of reversed, and all we're going to do is clip that over or through the eye of the hook or above the leader so it sits below the bait. I'll show you what I mean. Let me get a fillet on. Oh god, they won't leave me alone. There we go. Oh dear. I did tell you, once you get those small hooks out there, if they go near them, you don't even have to hold a rod, they're going to hook themselves. Very, very sharp hooks. Unlike my conger hooks, which are painted, rusted, scraped, sanded. Hello, balloons burst. I heard that pop then. Is that a good sign? Does it mean I've run out of hot air? The other boats have all drifted away, which is dead handy. Sometimes people can't be bothered to anchor. I know what it is, up and down. Now I've been up and down with the anchor. Yes, it's hard work, but whatever. It's the way it is if you're catching fish like this. Look. Oh. Look at these bream, people. Absolute beauts. All keepers out. Don't you spike, Uncle Graham. I'll let you go for that. Pew. Strange, got all those baits, and you find out one is better than another. In fairness, if I had some frozen worms and stuff like that, fresh worms would be better, but I don't even know down this way if you can get them. Probably have to have them shipped in or something. Right, I'm going to drop this one down before I was rudely interrupted trying to show you that other egg. And you notice I'm not going far from where I've got the other big bait down here, which is probably a bare hook by now, because the piranhas will have moved in. I'd say they'd be stripped as well. I'm amazed I haven't had mackerel on these bottom hooks at this time of year. So you just get your bait like this. You put your bait on as per normal, let's say on a conger hook or a bigger hook. There's a bumping noise there, so it's trying to come in. Oh, it's a fish I've got somewhere. Right, so that would be like that. As per normal. They're going to strip it. So what you can do, you can either put it from here, clip it on there, or you can just clip it around the bend of the hook if it's a small enough eye. So let me get a piece of squid, all the what we call the custard inside. That goes over the side. This goes on my stinger hook like this. How stupid will I look if this doesn't work? I mean, there's nothing guaranteed in fishing, is there? We all know that, but I know the way they're feeding now, we should get something. So there it is. So you get your hook, you can just put it over and above the line. It slides up and down with the current. You can see how that's hanging. They're going to come up here nibbling away at this, break bits off here, and they're going to nail that. I have a feeling it won't last long. The only thing I would say is you need to be careful when you're bringing it in. If you're playing a fish on the big hook, and just remember there is a small hook on the back of it. Oh Lord alive. Oh yeah, he's on. See, those hooks are so sharp, and the rod is so soft, I just hook it and then hopefully it just sit in the current while I get this one down. I wonder what the infatuation with catching mackerel is. I know they're a nice eating fish, but so are these bream. Maybe you got to, you know, being bait fishing, you just got to work away at it more. And they think, oh, up and down with the anchor and in and out with baits and winding fish up and that. Maybe they don't want to do it. You just want to string a mackerel and go home. I don't know. To me, mackerel are not so much eating fish. It's a bait. It's fresh bait. There's a flat spot there. Why is that? It's not my thresher shark that's swum around and made what we call a flat spot. You might not see it back there. That's unusual. Normally smacks of a bigger fish under the surface. Normally it'd be like, see this, I don't know if I got my own line there or whether I probably have this time actually. Yeah, I probably got my own line, and I probably got that one as well. So I'll click off here. Oh man, it's two big jumbos. Two jumbos and a mess. I'm going to switch off because this will take me some sorting out with braid. Oh, look. I think there's one on there. Look, that's on a stinger hook. I'm going to tell you straight away. I just dropped it down. I caught that fish there, or those two with a mess. I put the stinger on, and I know I can almost a pound to a pinch of whatever that this is a fish on the stinger hook behind the bait. He's not on the big bait. Oh, another boat. Oh my goodness. Let's hope he doesn't see the rod bent, or you'll know when the engine stops and slows. Oh, it's always a problem when you hook a fish and someone's near you. They think it's a, it's a punny pot, and it's not. It's just that I've got the system. I'll come to you guys in a minute. I just want to show you people, this is a stinger hook. I know it is a stinger hook. It's a bloody enormous bream. Just to show you people, I do not speak with forked tongue. There, hopefully you can see. Look at that bream. There's my hook. There's all the chewed up bait, and there is, look at that, really nice bream on the stinger hook. Lovely colours in it. So that works. You just got to remember there's a hook here and a hook there. That's a big bream, but it's going back. Bites are plenty, people. Ooh, this could be a double header. Strange, no congers, just that one conger eel, little strap eel. Police helicopter over there. He's hovering over something, probably a school of bluefin tuna or something. Flat calm. You think you see whitebait scattering with the mackerel chasing them. Nothing. It's bizarre. Oh, look at all these boats around me. I haven't seen one mackerel come over. Spanking bream. Check this puppy out. A bit noisy with the helicopter. Look at these. I mean, got his fin up for us. He's all ready to spike me, isn't he? I'll put most of them back now, guys. I've got the three I want, really. I've got one on this one. I've got one on that. Hang on a minute. Try and get you a shot on this. Just so you know, there's one on here. I'll try and get him over for you. Put a lid on that camera so I don't drop it. It's just Bream City. It just illustrates it. Look. There is the bare hook. Oh, he's on the floor. There's the bare hook. There's my stinger, and he was caught on the stinger. I think they're absolutely stripping off my conger baits big time. I can't even get rigged up. Look, I'm trying to rig up for my tangle about 5 bream ago. I don't know what that guy's doing, that police helicopter over there, because there's something else he's looking at down below there. Looks like 2, maybe it's a training exercise. Just check this out, people. Noisy with the old chopper going over there, but this is a sight I haven't seen for about a year and a half. Flat calm. Well, I feel I'm going to lose the fish in a minute because the The guys have all gone to sleep. I know the tide's dying. I can see that the tide's dying next to me, but the guys all drifting around me, they've gone over there, they're not coming back for another drift, so they're not barely moving at all. They're not all anchored, they're just drifting. So quite what the tide's doing, I don't know. Generally when the tide goes, the fish stop biting. So I'm down to, I've caught about another 8 big black bream that I haven't filmed because I can't film them all. I have nothing left for the massive conger I might catch a slack tide. I haven't even eaten anything yet or drunk anything. Oh, just rebaited a stinger over there. Tap tap. That guy's going to run out of petrol soon, I was thinking, that police helicopter. I can't think what he's hovering over. There's the bite. I've got bites on the stinger there, guys. And there's a fish on this light one as well. Right. See if we can get 2 for 2. Come on, here comes a little bit of ripple. Now this is when you normally would lose gear as a boat swinging. At anchor, it's not the greatest time for fishing, so anybody who's boat fishing will know what I'm talking about. When you get slack water, and when it's slack, obviously the tide doesn't affect the boat, but any ripple or breeze like this now has come up the breeze, that pushes you one way or the other, and generally until the tide straightens the boat out again will drag your end gear, your tackle into the rocks and seabed, only if you're fishing over rough ground. He's gone for a scenic tour now, the helicopter. Thank God for that. It's been about half an hour. I think he's gone back to refuel. He'll empty the shell garage, I should think. Look at this one. There's one on that as well. Or maybe it's this one. Oh, that is a fatty. That is a fatty. Look at those bream. I'll let him go down there. There he goes. Get his breath back. Still got a bit of squid. Gone. I don't know if to get that one or this one. That one's on. That's small hooks. I'm pretty sure there's one on the stinger. There's one on the stinger. There's one on that light rod. Could be 3 for 3. Thing is with these small hooks, you cannot bully them. You've got to just, especially with a stiff rod like this. You can see how I'm increasing my catch rate by putting the stinger hook behind the big bait. And if a big fish comes along, he's going to eat the lot anyway. I think that one's still on there. I've got to have something to eat. I'm going to have to stop dropping baits down. Just got to almost stop fishing. Shark fishing's away, nice and relaxing. Oh no, what have we got here? Oh, here's a double. That's something you don't see in a supermarket every day. A bream and a dogfish. Wow, we're having a good day now, look. That's a bream on the stinger, look, and a dogfish on the main hook. Of course, you could say, would it have been like that if I'd stayed where I was, you know? Don't know, that's the thing. Could it be tidal? I think I wasn't on the reef there. Now I'm going to suggest that the mackerel boats aren't catching any mackerel because they've all broken up. And if there was somebody catching one mackerel, zoom, they'd all be zoomed around it like the honey pot. And they all, I guess, are struggling. I haven't seen one mackerel caught. What a day for autumn. And normally the balloon would be, our stern was over there. And because the tide's died, the wind's gone round the other way to sort of west to southwest. Just a ripple. It's enough just to push us off. And I can tell we're getting pushed off. I know that anyway, obviously I've done enough fishing. You can tell the angle of the balloon. The balloon was straight behind the stern. Now the balloon's over there, so we're sort of dragging it this way. So probably the fish might go off until such time the tide goes. It's another tap on that one. See, this one's left. It's gone. So I'm figuring that probably was a dogfish. Don't flick water all over the lens. So, the fish are still there, but they have sort of slowed up a bit. I think it's gone round from almost 90 degrees, so I figure even if the tide is slack when I move, the wind should pull me in one direction. So if I've got a little bit of extra tide coming the other way, that might hold the boat, and I'd have to fish running ledges, I think, rather than a paternoster because it's shallower water. What to do? Let's check the time. I've got something on the end of this. It looks like a shark one or a toad one. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's a snag. He's moving off with that. I don't think that's a dogfish. I've got to check he's not going around the anchor. That's the other thing you've got to watch, where the anchor rope is. Because it's swinging. It's straight down there, so it should be clear. Oh, I should have sat up here before. A nice view of the boat, nice view of the cliffs. In a minute I'm going to have a nice view of whatever this is. Might lose it, but whatever. I don't think it's a doggy. I would have thought it was a small conger or anything. Not a big fish. Probably, well, it's coming up now as a dog. That is indeed a dogfish. Well, I've never had a run like that of a dogfish, I don't believe. And there's a bite on the rod down there. Down the stern there. Right, I'm going to click this off, guys. You've seen the dogfish here. Because I'm on the second camera and I've only got one battery. I'm gobsmacked by the size of these bream. And the tangles I'm getting. That's another fish there. Look at that. Absolutely ridiculous. The size of a lovely fish. Fat. Really fat ones. Look at those. Now I've got to see what's on this, because it felt like there was something on here as well. This is a bream on a big bait. You must have, now all those boats are swinging over there now. I think I'm going to have a change and go inshore, because if I blank from now on, it doesn't really matter anyway, does it? I've had a blinding day. Oh, my wrist is getting worn out. Yes, that's a conger boy. Here he comes, Uncle Graeme. You come over here. You'd make him dizzy, wouldn't you, all that spinning? There, another conger, about the same size as the first one. Oh, I can't even move, they're still coming. Oh, here's something you don't see often. Well, you do if you've got a fit. He's taken both baits. He is feeding so aggressively. There's one hook and there's the other hook. So he's taken two baits. Alright, one last drop here. Always hard to move, always hard. And the saying is never leave feeding fish. They're not wrong. I just got to tie one more rig up there and I'm ready to move. I'll come back inside now, where I saw that fin that I thought might be a thresher shark. I've got a little bit of, just a tiny bit of tide. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clean those bream, and then I'm going to chum over some of my leftover bait down there. So I'm a great believer that these sharks do come back to the same areas, and if that cloud does go beyond over the sun, and it gets the same light level as when I came out this morning, my gut feeling is he could come back here to feed, because I'm off the headland. So I'm in very shallow water. I've got my bottom baits out, got small hooks out. Another guy I've just been talking to, he's been going here for mackerel, get the odd mackerel. No big strings, it's, you know, very patchy. I've got a spinning rod there. This one, I've been throwing that around for mackerel, because the other guy did see him catch 2. But I mean, you know, nothing to write home about. But of course in here is much shallow. There might be a ray, that's what I'm thinking. I could finish off with a ray. That's my theory. Or use up the squid, chum what's left. And I can't take any more bream. I cannot take any more bream, people. I must have had close to 30 now. And the big ones I've kept, I think 4, that's all. But I can clean those 4. And all the other stuff went back. I've had dogfish, some of the dogfish I filmed, some I haven't. Just the 2 congers. Congers are really quiet, really quiet. But standing up here, look, it's not often you stand up in a boat. And then you can see the rope down there. It's pulling tight. Just put it in the notch there. So there is a little bit of a flood here. It started to move, and something might happen as that sun drops down. There's no birds around. It's very quiet. But not unpleasant. It just takes one fish to turn it around. I'm just packing away, guys, and I think there was a bite on this one. I think it is a dogfish. Yeah, see the bite? He's not going off enough to... This one's in a snag. Big time rocks down there. I've lost quite a bit of gear in this spot, and I guess it's where they've tumbled down into the water over the years. Centuries, probably. I got that one back, I feel sure, because I had that stone weight. It's a bit lighter. It's nothing. Nothing. Not to worry. Beautiful evening here. Sun that's just tugging away at it. They've had a pretty good feed, whatever fish are living there, because I've emptied a whole... Oh, come on, break out. They've had a pretty good feed, for certain. So people, thanks for watching the Totally Awesome Fishing Show. This is why I do packing up fast, so I fish late. Dump it all in a food bag, sort out later. Hopefully a pub meal and a pint, because today turned out a bit disappointed, no big congers or anything, but hey ho, I don't think I've had such a good day for bream in a long time. We'll see you guys in the next film. I just hope if it's sea fishing, it's as flat as this.